When I was elected the Member of Parliament for Ipswich in 2010, I promised the town that I would do everything to help Ipswich fulfil its full potential. And from that early victory we secured together to get services to come back to Ipswich Hospital, to turn the tide there so that it's now one of the best hospitals in the country with a good rating from the CQC. We've seen success after success build into a sense of optimism about our town's future, one on which we can build even greater future success. So those early victories, when we managed to get the money so long promised but never delivered for the new school buildings at Ipswich Academy and Chantry Academy, we have been able to build better and better standards and quality of teaching across schools across the town, so that children in Ipswich are now able to go to more good and outstanding schools than ever before. Their prospects are going to be further enhanced by the new University of Suffolk, which opened last year. But ultimately, we're not going to get long-term prosperity in our town unless we get the sustainable and high-quality jobs that everyone wants to see. And that's why sorting out traffic and transport infrastructure in and around Ipswich is so important. We need to make sure that people can travel to Ipswich and from Ipswich and within Ipswich easily. And the big money will start to show the results of our campaigns very soon. Next year, we will have the delivery of brand new trains secured as a result of £1.4 billion worth of investment, trains that will be going up and down our line to Cambridge, to London, to Lowestoft and to Norwich. And we'll see the beginning of the Upper Orwell crossings, which will reduce traffic congestion in the town centre by 27% at peak times. And as importantly, will release 14 acres of redundant land on the island site for high value and sustainable jobs. That strong local economy will mean that we have the resources to be able to have the public services that everyone wants and deserves. For instance, I want to see new, bigger primary care GP facilities across our town, like the Two Rivers Medical Centre, which opened last year in northeast Ipswich. But that strong local economy also means we can continue the regeneration of our town, which is why I'm so delighted that after so much work by so many parties, at last we will see the wine rack completed, with work commencing in the next few months. And likewise, we've got to continue to invest in our town centre with repaving all of the main streets in our town centre, and attracting the national retailers that people want to see in our town, but also attracting the small independents that will make Ipswich the kind of shopping destination that we all want to see. I'm convinced that all this work will soon mean that we will be having to think about how to help Ipswich grow in a way that we have not thought about for several decades. And that is why the time is now right to get on with building a new northern route around the top of the town. Not only to provide relief for congestion when the Orwell Bridge is shut, but also to support new housing that will help to give the promise of home ownership to people across Ipswich and beyond. Now, that new northern route is going to be a difficult and expensive and complicated thing to get, which is why several years ago I started the campaign to study which routes were possible around the top of the town. We've now got 3 alternative routes. I want to see that narrowed down to 1 by the end of this year. That will then mean that we can cost it, I can go and get the money for it, and we can start planning for the road that everyone wants to see. This is a mega project, but it's important that we also stay focused on the small things that really make a difference to people's lives, whether it's helping residents to get potholes filled at the end of their road, or to getting more trees planted in the town, whether it's at the station forecourt, newly refurbished, or at Major's Corner, Westbury Road, or at a whole number of locations where trees will be planted as a result of my campaign to get more trees in the town. I think we can do a lot to improve the environment of the town that we all care so much about. So this is an exciting time for Ipswich. We have achieved an enormous amount over the last 7 years, but there is so much more to do. And that's why I hope you will back me in helping to make Ipswich an even better place, in the belief that its best years really do lie ahead of us.